What's good with it? It's your boy, Simon Phoenix. This is Shots Fired. What up? What up? What up? What up? So, back at it again. So, what's going on with your boy? Nothing spectacular. I'm in the bag as usual, digging around in the magic bag so I can pull out a interesting person for you guys, right? So it was brought to my attention a up-and-coming artist wanted to come and holler at the boy. So he said, hey, yo, you got rappers on your show? I said, yeah. I said, my show was built for rappers. Like everybody else that comes on the show, I'm interested in them. I want to know what they got going on, but this show started from a rapper's point of view because that is one of the hats that I wear. So I wanted to be able to give something back to hip hop and back to entertainment and back to my people around me. So that's why the show was created. I say that all the time. So yes, sir, you can come on the show. So my man, P.E Wyse in the building. What's good with you?
What's up with it, my baby?
Not much. Slow motion. You know how it is.
Yes, sir, all the time. Real slick like head grease, but with less mess. Can you dig it?
So let's jump off into it. So you are a Michigan rapper, right?
Yes, sir.
So what part of the Great Lake State are you from?
East side of Detroit.
Okay. Shout out to the east side of the D. So what was the thing that made you jump into this?
Shit. Being in them trenches, being in the struggle. Like, a lot of motherfuckers, they grew up in, a lot of motherfuckers speak different facts. I grew up with 10 siblings, and I was the firstborn boy. So under my father, I had to show nothing but sternness. And growing up in that lifestyle, you actually had to show and prove. Ain't no just talking about it.
Okay. So what was your first musical influence?
My first musical influence. To be honest, my first musical influence was Blade Icewood.
Okay.
Yeah, he one of the original rappers from Detroit that actually started a lot of shit, and that was my first influence.
Well, he's legendary. Let's call that what that is. He's legendary in the state of Michigan.
Big facts.
If you're a Michigan person and you say you mess with homegrown rappers.
Yes, sir.
You start naming Detroit rappers, before you get to Eminem, you got to mention him.
Yes, sir. Yes,
you know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm a person, I consider myself slightly a hip-hop historian. So, I remember that, to me, he started that whole sound that's what's considered now the Detroit sound is all just mirror images of him.
Yeah. That actually, you know what I mean? That fly guy shit, not just fly guy shit. You 100 with your shit, and he started that. Not speaking on what you're doing, it's about what you're standing on. And
yeah. I can look. Like I said, that time when he dropped, and then you listen to how rappers rap now, especially coming out of the D, he set that whole blueprint on the table.
Big facts.
So, shout out to him. So my next question is, what made you, jump off the porch, as they say? What made you dive into the deep end and say, yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and do this rap thing. I'm gonna spit some bars. I'm gonna go and see if I can rock a mic or two. This is what I want to do.
Man, it was the vision. Like, I knew I had it in me already. You know what I mean? Not just me, my peoples, my family know I had it in me already. But it was just the vision, and it was the circumstances, the struggle. Like, a lot of shit that I was going through, a lot of shit that I was, dealing with throughout life. Single mom, handful of kids. To be exact, it was 9 of us, but shit. And knowing I'm the firstborn boy, I'm the only man that my little brothers and sisters looking up to other than my father. I think that that was it. Like I had to.
You looked at it as like it was a plan to get out to make a way.
It was more than just to make a way. It was more than just to make a way. It was more like it was a thing where it was a protection thing, like, you know, like in order to actually live in this motherfucking city or actually be from this zone and actually be comfortable in this zone, you got to stand on what you about. You either live for something or die for nothing. And that shit stuck with me.
Okay. So when did you get really deep into it? Like, let me ask you this. Let's go left field, right?
Yeah.
What was it like when you did your first show? What was it like the first time you rapped in public and there was a crowd?
The first time I rapped in public and there was a crowd, it was mad. It was crazy. It was mad crazy because I was always looked at as just a nerdy type. A nigga who was going to school, playing sports, but also I jumped off the porch real early. You know what I mean? So
jumped off the porch means that you got off into criminal activity, hip hop.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And everything that has to do with the underworld.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because I felt like at the end of the day, being from the D, the only way you can gain that protection for, you know, for your families, like my little brothers and sisters, we had to walk to school. You know, wherever we went to, even my mother, when she went to work, we had to catch a bus. We had to walk. So, you know, if you didn't make that name for yourself or a motherfucker didn't know you and know what you was about, then, you know, it almost felt like you was
it could be a problem. What you're explaining is for those outside of America that for some of us, what you wind up doing is because of the environment that you're in, because the individuals around you are so much like wolves, you have to become a wolf too, or at least give the attitude of, look, this is my pack over here. I might not be involved with what you're doing, bro, but I will wild out. Leave my mama, leave my sisters, leave my siblings alone. They off. So you trying to explain that as saying, yo, as being the oldest boy, I kind of had to get involved in some dirt just to keep it that, my house off bounds.
It was more like, you know what I mean, it was like an unspoken thing. Like either you eat or be eaten.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It was simple as that. Like,
yep.
And that was it. Like either you be that person that's gonna get out here and show your motherfucking, you know what I mean, your integrity. You ain't gotta really show it, but it speaks for itself, but you're going to show and you're going to stand on what you believe in. You know what I mean? Not to mention, you standing on what you believe in, but you was taught from somebody else, whether it had to be your mother or your father. So we had to respect them just as much as we respect you. You know what I mean? So that's what it...
Yeah, because they're extension of you.
Yeah, reflections.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah, for sure. So let me ask you this. So you're doing your first show.
Yeah.
You tripping.
Yeah. It's mad wild. It's mad wild. I did my first show. My first, like, actually releasing of motherfuckers knowing or just actually freestyling and spitting or actually rapping for people. It was almost an appalling thing for everybody around me because I was just that, you know, pretty boy type, you know what I mean, nerdy type. But then, you know what I mean, we never knew what he was doing, but he was always into some shit type. But it was like, it was an appalling thing for everybody. So
you shocked them.
It was more shocking for me because
you were shocked at their reaction?
Exactly.
Okay.
You know, I didn't think I was going to be able to gain a reaction like that from them. You know, from everybody around me. You know, so it was like, it became to a point, like, I remember my mother used to get these, like, and we went through it hard, like, you know what I mean, single mom, growing up 9 children.
It was a grind.
It was a grind always for everybody, not just the moms.
No, it's a grind. It's a grind. No, look, if it's a grind for you as a child, it's definitely a grind for her. It's a grind.
100.
You ain't got to explain to us. We know. We know.
You know, and we had to hit. Miles Dukes was hitting the Rent-A-Center spot for the computers. and joint for having like little desktop computers. Where my sister was in high school at the time, junior high school, and she had to write papers, so she needed the computer. But I would take the computers and I would write music. I would type music on the computers, and I would have so much shit on that motherfucking computers, on every computer, that would just overload the computers, and them bitches would just bust and shut down. And moms are stacked. They were stacked up like ice cubes in the basement. You know what I mean?
I can't. I can't, man.
It was to a point. She like, shit, I can't handle it no more.
Because you needed somewhere to put that information. You was just stacking it because you didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And you was using it for therapy. You ain't got to tell me, man.
Yeah, sir.
The conversation is always the same no matter who the artist is when it come to writers. This is what I find that's very interesting. And this is why I always want to interview people, right? Is because you get these writers, whether they're rappers, whether they're comedians, whether they're really writers, they're trying to write books, and we'll have these conversations and they'll just be like, man, I got no books. I bet you do. Every rapper I talk to, I got notebooks, or I done blew up a computer, or I got a hard drive. Yeah. Bro, it's got rhymes from such and such and such. Yeah. Bro, I got a case over here. And so what I learned is that for writers, people who write, it's very therapeutic. It's the thing that keeps you, or for me and for you and a lot of others, keep you from going to jail. As crazy as it sounds. A lot of times it does. It keeps you from going to jail. It keeps you from committing crimes. It keeps you from punching your boss in the face, because you need that outlet. And that for you is very therapeutic. So I totally understand that, bro. Let me ask you this. So out of artists that you had a chance to work with, who is one of the artists that sticks out in your mind that you say, as a producer, this dude really had me open, or I had this rapper and this my man's and he really spit bars, or maybe it's somebody famous, or whatever.
Man, I rub elbows, with a lot of motherfucking people. And a lot of motherfuckers, a lot of people get that, they gain that big head when you gain that, when you get to that level. A lot of artists, they do that, but I work with this one cat, which is my dog, and he's solid, 100% solid. He do everything, from the beat making, from the writing his own shit, from the recording his own shit.
Shout him out.
Everything. My dog Fresher, my dog Nicio, holla him at Fresh on IG, and he recorded all my videos, do everything, and my music. That was the only cat I bumped into, and he got bars since. I actually pursued it more than I actually used to pursue it.
Okay. So, as an artist right now in Michigan, what do you think the state of hip hop is in this state? And then where do you place yourself in that realm of artist?
Hip hop is more at if you ask me, hip hop is not even hip hop no more. And I'm gonna be straight up real with you. Hip hop is not hip hop no more, because hip hop back in, when you and I grew up, and you a lot older than I am, and not a lot, but you know what I mean.
Right. I got you.
And but growing up, it spoke different shit to you. It was a meaning behind what was said. It was empowerment behind what was said.
I would agree, but I would disagree.
Depending on what you're listening to.
Yeah. See, that's the part that makes it so unfair as a conversation.
It does.
I'm going to say this, right? I'm always told by critics that my generation of hip hop, being someone that was firmly into it in the 90s, have it attract to me in the 80s and listening to it from late junior high years all the way up to the rest to my days now, I can say that the quality of hip hop hasn't really gotten bad. It's just the quality of what decides to be pushed as mainstream is. True. And that's the thing where I feel like a lot of artists and a lot of people feel like there's no substance in comparison to 90s hip hop. And I always say, well, it's horrible to only be able to name two guys off the top of your head all the time. I said, but in reality, there are numerous guys that are J. Cole guys. True. You may have to dig a little deeper. You may have to look a little harder.
You will. In this day and age, in this society, you will. It's like a needle in a haystack almost.
Oh yeah, definitely. But they are out there, and so that's part of my goal here is to bring people different artists so they can say, oh well, I had somebody else to try out and listen to, right?
True.
And that's more that basis of that idea, that thinking of saying that yes, to a certain degree, hip hop is oversaturated with things that aren't good for you or things that aren't going to make you better.
But it's almost like, in the sense of hip hop is overbearing or overwhelming for a lot of people, but it's almost something we love, like, which is sex sells,
Well, I mean, let's be honest.
Hip-hop
sex,
sells.
Drugs, and violence will always sell.
It would always sell, but sex mainly would always sell.
Well, I mean, so with drugs and violence, they ain't gonna stop making violence, bro. Violence is never gonna stop. Drugs are never gonna stop.
Facts. That is a big fact.
Those things are circular. They're always gonna be going on. See, for me, and this is what I think artists need to try to do. And I know it's hard.
Yeah.
You want to be able to weave within the sex, drug, and violence the jewels of why and why not. And that's really the key, because it's already going to be there. But if you're dropping, let's say, 4 sex songs, if the 5th sex song is about safe sex, right? And you flipped it in a different way and you came back with the safe sex song, that safe sex song in the sea of just sex songs will stick out like a beacon and will draw people into that. And then they'll be like, oh yeah, that's right, I should, put this Jimmy in before I go shoot the club up, right? That's not a good idea. If you have 10 people make a song about crime, if you have the one person give you the breakdown of the college dude that got caught up in it, and he winds up dying, and then we learn the lesson of be wary of what you're doing, even when you're a street cat. Watch how you move. You don't want to affect those that are outsiders, right? Learning that lesson, it could be one young dude that peeped that song. And that's what hip hop always has to do, is that you have to weigh it up. Yes, it's always going to be somebody rapping about dope.
True.
It's always going to be somebody rapping about being flashy. True. It's always going to be somebody rapping about chicks. But if you're the dude that take those same ideas and just turn them just a little bit to face the conversation of, hey, why you don't want to put your hands on the chick? Why you want to be masculine? Why you want to be kind? You know what I'm saying? Without being corny, without being goofy, without being silly.
Yeah.
You can make those moves, but rappers have to be conscious of that, and they have to be expressly told that for dudes who don't know. Yeah, because it's a lot. It's when you look at the upper echelons, it's a lot of dudes that's just really under the drug haze of people telling them what to do.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's, everything is about. It's almost like a high school thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're stuck in a trend, like you're stuck in the mentality of being in high school. You got the popular crowd. You got the motherfuckers that's popping. You got the motherfuckers that ain't popping, that's almost popping. You got the jocks. You got niggas like this. You got the females like that, this, that, the third. It's literally almost, it's not almost like that. It's exactly like that. So it's like, it's not even to the point where hip-hop is even a thing anymore. It's almost you're being more derogatory or directed towards who's the shit and who's not.
Yes.
So that's what hip-hop is about. Hip-hop now, today. Back then, hip-hop wasn't about that. It was about who's the shit and who's not. Of course, I battle rap you, I fuck you over, do whatever. It is what it is. Too much, but hip-hop back then was more of a, I'm letting you know I got better skills than you, but I still will uplift you to be better just as well as I'm good myself. Nowadays, it's not even like that. Well, I mean, you got to remember that a lot of the things that held hip hop together at the top of the food chain, let's say, those barriers have been taken away. And so what I told my friend was this. I said, at one point in time, for you to be an artist, right, you had to be at your house with a tape deck, with the beat, rapping to the beat till you learn the beat. So when you went to the studio, because you only had 30 minutes to do it, because my man was charging you $50,
for every 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to whack you over the head
Yeah, like-
in his mom's basement.
Yeah, and it was like that.
Yes, and you
crazy.
as artist, you got in there, you heard your song, you did everything you had to do in one take. You went back, you did your ad libs. After you did your ad libs, you did whatever punch ins you thought you may have needed, and then he gave you a soft mix and gave it to you.
Boom.
And that was a lot of work. Nowadays, dudes are doing what we're doing here. I have basically a mobile studio and able to come to where people are and just start recording.
Yeah,
Because all I needed was a computer and a microphone, and you up and running. So now, if you're an artist that you spent a whole lot of time playing in the studio program, you take your raw, non-rapping, almost off-beat self, put that in there, and manipulate the hell out of it.
Facts.
And now you got a song.
Boom.
And so you took all the hard work out. So you didn't have to go out and rap against other people. You didn't have anybody critique you. You didn't have anybody say, hey, that doesn't make sense, or hey, that's a dumb name, or da-da-da-da-da. You didn't have any of those things, those barriers that exist. So you got a whole bunch of flash in the pan rappers where the bigger major companies come in and say, oh, yeah, no, there's no work to be done here. You're already done.
Yeah.
Here you go. We'll put a couple dollars behind this.
That's it. Well, here you go.
Oh, yep. It's a hit like we thought. Oh, you don't have any more? Okay, we're done.
That's what it is. And then they eat that shit up like it's, you know what I mean? Like it's ramen noodles on a bad day.
Well, you know, like I said, that's kind of the game. So let me ask you this, right? Do you see hip hop turning the corner? Do you think that hip hop as an art form will turn the corner and be in a place where we're close to 50-50 again? Meaning like it's just as much garbage out there as it is good. That's being seen by the general public.
Hip hop is more so not. No, I don't see that. I'm going like straight off the bat. No, I don't. It's never gonna be that.
So you think it's gonna be all bad?
It's gonna be all bad because it's not. You can't even get R&B out of motherfuckers now. Like, let's be realistic. You can't even get a motherfucker true feelings. Hip hop is focused on mainly a more of a.
I think that's partly because hip hop and R&B have been slowly blended together.
It's not even been blended together.
Well, look at it. What I mean by
harmonize in a song, and like any nigga can harmonize in a song and a rap song. Any nigga can harmonize. You can hit the booth and you can just speak some shit harmonizing in any 8 bars, 12, 16. You can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But in an actual R&B song that nigga, let me tell you, when you heard Kels or you heard some shit, you heard Sweat drop, you knew what was popping.
Right. You talking about singers. You talking about singers.
Singers. That's real shit. It ain't even rappers. Nowadays you hear some shit now, you don't know what you're gonna get.
No.
You're gonna get the same type of energy where this shit might just be thumping. This shit might be rocking in the club, but at the same time, what is your message about? Oh, it's the same shit as this last nigga that was just speaking on the beat that was similar to this. So it's actually hip hop is more so rap. It ain't even hip hop. Rap is more so now. It's about speaking about the hurt that motherfuckers is going through.
Now, when you talking about the hurt that is going through, are you talking about like emotional hurt?
It's more so emotional, physical, everything. Like it's everything, and that's more so what it's about nowadays. Back then, rap was it was about that. You would portray a story. You couldn't necessarily not be going through that story.
Those would be then. A lot of people would say those are the same thing. I'm just gonna tell you.
It could be.
I'm telling you, a lot of people gonna say it's the same thing.
It could be the same thing, but it's a realistic thing. What you saying in this song right now is, I have to, not as your fan, I have to stand on this just as well. Even in the R&B song, I can hear what you speaking in this song or in the old school rap song. You know what I mean? I might can be saying, you might can be rapping about being uplifted and empowered. And I'm feeling that, I feel so much of that, but you speaking on a different time than I'm on. So I ain't going to flow with that. But you speaking so much about that image is, or that energy is instilled in me.
Right.
Now,
If you listen to something this so much, you start to take on the
you start to
characteristics.
take on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what it is nowadays. Because you can turn on 10 songs now
Well,
on
it's
the
just that
fucking radio, and it speaks the same thing.
Well, that's
Every
just
fucking
because
song.
there's no creativity because they're picking the same people doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Look, if you put, I'm trying to figure out the nicest way. I can't, so I'm gonna say it dirtbaggy. If you pick 12 Wayne clones, then this is what you're going to get.
Thanks.
So if you're constantly just picking clones of Lil Wayne and their versions of clones slightly tweaked outside of it,
watered down. Each one gonna be watered down. to
right.
that last one.
So
it's gonna
and
be,
so it starts to make it unappealing.
yeah.
And I think that's what you're trying to get at.
Yeah, that's what it. Facts. That's what it is. That's all this shit is.
And so
that's where
yes,
hip hop is going. And that's why I say it's a bad thing.
I asked you that question because I look at it from the point of view of saying, like, do I think hip hop could turn the corner? Yes, I think hip hop could turn the corner, but I think it's your generation's responsibility to do it. Right. I think you're the only people that are left to do it, and you just have to take the mantle. As much as you don't want to, and as much as you feel how dark and dreary it is, because that's what you're really saying to me. But if you take on that identity and say, look, I'm going to be an artist that's going to try my best to put out quality shit that doesn't sound like everyone else, for the fact of I'm a quality artist, others will follow. It put like this. All the people that I've played on this show don't sound like everybody else. And there's a reason why, because they all love it like you do. And that's the biggest point it is that there's a lot of people in hip hop right now that are on that don't love it. I always tell people there's people who are driving the bus that don't care about the bus.
Hey, facts. That's what you got, and that's what it is all about the industry right now. Everybody's driving the motherfucker, but we don't give a fuck about who on this bitch or nothing.
Nothing. They don't care about the bus.
Period.
And so the people that love the bus and love the contents that's in the bus are never the drivers. And that's always the biggest problem. That you come off to me as so passionate about, like, damn, I wish people really rapped. I wish people really cared. I wish people put people on.
Why? Like, I'm gonna stop you. You know why right there? Like, see, like, the motherfuckers who the most passionate about the music and about speaking that message is the motherfuckers who get picked off first.
Well, of course. You're in the way. Look, you're in the way of the money plan.
Exactly.
And what do you mean?
So why not teach you and show you, or why not, you know what I mean, elaborate on my intellects with you behind the motherfucking music?
Well, I mean, look, what happens is this. The older you get, the more wisdom you obtain. The more wisdom you obtain, the more it is your duty to pass it on to somebody else.
True.
That's it. That's all it is, bro.
Right.
So for me, my idea of wisdom is to put it down. And now I put it down. To have a conversation with you, someone else can come at a later date.
Yeah.
They don't know us from a can of paint. And they're going to listen to this conversation and this dialogue, and they're going to say, oh, hip hop was at this state at this moment in time, according to these two gentlemen.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And then they're going to go and do their research, hopefully. And they're going to have a conversation within themselves or their group, and they're going to learn something. And that was the whole point. That for me to say, yo, I had P.E Wyse on my show, 6 months from now, you could be famous.
Yeah. That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's the opportunity to have a conversation with a mind in hip hop that's saying, hey, I'm slightly different, or yo, I want to do something different, or have bigger dreams, have bigger aspirations. Nice. I like to hear that. I like to go and talk to people who are like, yo, I'm making films. Yeah. Just what we doing over here. Or I go somewhere else and I'm talking to somebody and they say, yo, I'm making beats and I'm trying to start a whole web page for this. Or I'm talking to women who are saying, yo, I'm doing beauty supplies and I'm trying to now start getting into self-help books. And I'm also going to do a podcast too, Simon. Sure. Yo, that's what's up. I want to see y'all win. So for me, I'm always looking at it like that. Like, bro, pass the knowledge on. And that's what you're doing. And you just got to accept it that, yes, there's going to be knuckleheads. There's going to be people that's not going to pay you no attention. True that you have to ignore that part because you only hope that you reach the one. Like for me, that's how I look at it. Even though I would love to have more listeners on my show, all I got to do is reach one. Yeah. I'm doing my job. If one person is out there every week like, yo, that's my man, shout out to India because it's more than one. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out India.
Shout out to India. I told that to my man the other day. He said, you shouting out India? Shouting out India, bro. I got listeners in India shouting out India.
That's what's up.
What you know about that?
Yes, sir.
I said, look, man, I'm over here shouting out all over the world. I got people in Poland listening to me. You understand what I'm saying, bro? I got two lonely people in Russia listening to this show. I love them. Shout out to them. They show up every month in my numbers, and I can see like there's the greater country, and I can watch the numbers go up. Yeah. So if the numbers is going up, I mean, there's one person there. Listen to the show. And if that's entertaining to him, shout out to him. He deserved to be shout out. I already know Grand Rapids got my back. I already know Cali got my back. I already know Ohio's rocking with me. I can see the data, so I can say, yeah, I know it's 15 cats in Dayton, Ohio that don't know me. That's like, hey, I fuck with dog.
But you trying to expand your horizon.
Exactly. And so for me, it's all fun because I get to talk to artists. I get to talk shit on my platform, say what I want to say, and ain't nobody censoring me but me, because it's mine.
Yes, sir.
You dig? Sir. So I can ask you to come on my show and chop it up. For me, all I ask artists to do is have music so people can listen. It makes no sense for you to come on here and get free publicity, and then you don't got. I know you got some. We know that you're on Spotify, sir. We know you're on Spotify. You're a touch button away. We already know. We're going to get into the music. I got some commercials to play real fast. Then we're going to get off into the music. Then we're going to talk about what's new, what's up next. Okay? Is that all right with you?
Yes, sir.
I know it's my show and I'm slightly a bully, but I need you to know what's going on.
It's your shit. I'm just rocking with it.
All right. We'll be right back. Hey, are you tired of having that upset stomach, that bubbly guts feeling? Then I need you to get with Tyrone's Gas X. That's right, Tyrone's Gas X is known to stop upset stomach, farting, wet farting, hard farting, bubble guts, squishy guts, and the runs. Please use as directed. Side effects may be hair loss, weakness of jawline, weakness of pull-out game, lip dick, and pimples. Tyrone's Gas X. Stop you from having that shitty feeling. Hey! Remember back in the days when you used to jump on the dance floor when you heard a groove like this, but your body just won't let you do it any longer? Well, hey, I got the situation set for you, baby. What you need to do is get with Earl's Aspirin Cream. That's right, Earl's Aspirin Cream. Earl's Aspirin Cream is made from the finest ingredients in America. That's right, here in America, baby. And anyway, Earl's Aspirin Cream is good for those hurting knees, that bad back, those elbows, and those shoulders. And if you don't want to take it from me, then go ahead and listen to one of Earl's happy customers.
Let me tell you, get yourself some Earl's Aspirin Cream, baby. I had a fractured, fucked up hip. I was sitting there in a nursing home of all places. I sat there, I was up and down that nursing home after I sat there and took some Earl's Aspirin Cream. And I ain't no nurse, baby. Earl's Aspirin Cream gave me that marathon strength.
That's right, Earl's Aspirin Cream. Side effects may include bigger balls, increased sex drive, harder erection, larger semen release, growth of facial hair, slide while you're walking, and a strong pull-out game. That's right, baby. Earl's Aspirin Cream, here to help you get your groove back.
Yeah, you know what it is. Shots Fired podcast popping.
Welcome back to Shots Fired with Simon Phoenix.
Yo, what's good with it? Got my man P.E Wyse in the building, chopping about the state of hip hop locally, nationally, talking about his new project, and we want to get off into the music. So what I want to do is do something a little different today. I'm going to play a song, then we're going to come back from the song, right? And I'm going to ask you some questions about what you was on about making the song. Is that cool with you?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Fresh on the track.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's working. Fresh as hell, I don't need a stylist. Push start, new, no mileage. Tinted up, all black bitch. Yeah, I own this, I don't rent shit. Bad bitch, she ain't basic. Roll the wood while she facing me. Strap two, yeah, titties and ass. 40 stitch, pussy don't make 'em mad. Don't open my eyes to a lot of shit. Yeah, they hate till I'm fuck 'em, I'm getting rich. Remember nights I was trapping and on my dick. So many drinks that they had me and left me sick. Now I'm back in my bag and don't hit my line. Bitch, I'm on the grind, can't front your shit. Yeah, these niggas be mad and bitches be glad. Fuck out of my face, I'm heartless. She say I'm a preference, nigga, you done lost her. Loving the drip, she up under the faucet. These diamonds they hitting, tripping, I don't need her. Pulling them straight off the bench like a 6-man. Kite shit, yeah, dapper Dan. 2-piece, yeah, she bought a friend. Busting them down like a bell, yeah. Track snatching here, man. I'm trying to get it, you know the motive. I know they watching bitches steady flocking, but I keep it kosher. The money, the focus. Bossing the leader. Punching the clock, my peoples need it, yeah, I got to feed them. I'm on the move, I'm trying to get it, you know the motive. I know they watching bitches steady flocking, but I keep it kosher. The money, the focus. Bossing the leader. Punching the clock, my peoples need it, yeah, I got to feed them. Hit her one time, now she in her feelings. Ain't no cuddles, little buddy, I'm thinking millions. I was nuke jacking, deuce packing. Bitch, I'm back on my shit, now they in they feelings. See me winning or grinning, I'm thinking different stuff to work with my own, bitch, I do illegal. Get the top while it's chopped in the 2-seater. Dripping sauce while I walk at the bitches league. A nigga scheming, they watching them off the meter. Dig a ditch for you haters, I keep the shovel. Shoot the shit with my niggas, then got a bubble. City nigga, the swag is vicious. Y'all done made me relapse and shit. Roll a wood, now I'm back to this. I was labeled a goner, fucker, now I'm gone. Fucking no feelings, yeah, you know what's on. I'm on the move, I'm trying to get it, you know the motive. I know they watching bitches steady flocking, but I keep it kosher. The money, the focus. Bossing the leader. Punching the clock, my peoples need it, yeah, I got to feed them. I'm on the move, I'm trying to get it, you know the motive. I know they watching bitches steady flocking, but I keep it kosher. The money, the focus. Bossing the leader. Punching the clock, my peoples need it, yeah, I got to feed them.
Yeah, my nigga fresh on the track.
Okay. I told y'all what I do. Y'all didn't believe me. I'm always keeping some of that fire on me.
Yes, sir.
No, man, you don't sound like you know, bro. That's fire.
Yeah, straight heat.
You know? So what made you get in the mood? You know, how'd you get down with the production? How did any of that start? Where did you get? Damn, it's so many questions. So look, the easiest way to do it is this. Did you write the song before you heard the beat?
No.
Okay, so when the beat was brung to you, did the beat instantly speak to you, or you just started writing?
The beat spoke to me, and actually, shout out my dog Fresher once again. We were just in the studio cooling and shit. We was actually working on a different project, and we still ain't even finished that project. But he my producer on everything. He make my beats, everything. Fire, straight fire. And he dropped this beat right here. He skipped past this beat, actually. And I'm like, hold up, go back. And he went back to this joint, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm rocking with this. I'm feeling this one. But I was in the zone where I was thinking about the young brothers of our culture. This like right now.
What we going through?
What we going through? Like at the end of the day, like.
But everything about that sound good together. Like it sound good because it's rideable. You know what I'm saying? Like you will put that on and let that go. But then you kicking games, so it make you wanna. And then the longer that beat play, the more that beat sink you in and make you just get the bob in your head. Yes, and you got the perfect tempo for it. Yes, I've seen a couple times where you pulled out.
Yes, sir.
Just to let the metaphor sit for a minute. The 6-man line, I like that. I pull him off the bench like a 6-man. I seen how you pull back.
Let it marinate a little bit.
You know, when you're a student of this, you pick up different nuances. Yeah. And I always express to people that's what make rappers dope. Is how do they use the nuance? It's not just rhyming, right? Yeah. A lot of people can sit down and figure out how to rhyme. Some are better than others, but you can fit it long enough. Yeah, sure. Especially with computers and things now. You can pull something together, right?
Yeah.
But it's the metaphors and the cadence mixed with riding the beat that makes for an MC.
Yeah. You gotta have it. The beat. That's like your foundation. That's like that's like your home. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
If you ain't got that foundation, you ain't got that comfortability, you ain't gonna be happy with it. So
Nah, you ain't gonna be happy with it.
you ain't gonna give them what they need to hear.
Or you gonna sound bland. It's a lot of rappers, and I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Like I've had conversations with people where we talk about Detroit rap, and I tell them, I say, look, not a fan of a lot of Detroit rap because just what I told you earlier, so many people sound like the originator, and because they don't stop to have some flavor, they don't add no salt, no pepper to it. It comes off like a runoff sentence. So I have to be so blowed to get into the mood of listening. I gotta be so drunk. I gotta be so tipsy. I gotta be so leaned out that I can get into the mood to listen to you rap that continuously in comparison to somebody like what you did, where I get a little bit of speed, I get some pullback, I get a little bit of flavor, I get some speed. I'm gonna twist it in there because now I'm entertained. I'm listening to the beat, but I'm entertained by because now you grooving within the song.
Yeah.
And so I'm being honest with you because I don't want nobody who know me to be like, you don't even be rocking Detroit rappers like that. Don't be playing. I'll be like, I do, but I only rock certain people. I'm going to keep it 100 with you.
I can come off on, you know what I mean? Like I say, I jumped off the porch at an early age. I can come off on some shit, you know, on some, which I done plenty times. Like me and my peoples, like I grew up, every nigga on my block, we all did it. And I can come off on that tip, but I felt like coming off on a different type of time it's what's needed, especially from the city. You know.
Well, yeah, it's exactly what I said. It's the oversaturation of the exact same sound. If we all can't win, if we all doing the same thing,
we can't.
It's not gonna make it. And so it's like somebody asking Trick to rap like that. That's not his lane. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's the exact same content.
No, OG gonna do what he gonna do.
He gonna do what he gonna do.
Period.
You know, and so like I get that. When I listen to rappers, I always say the same thing. Like whether it's East Coast, West Coast, Southern rap, at some point in time, if you jack somebody's style long enough, you ruin that flavor. T-Pain went through that.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody came out and then auto-tuned it up, and then it was like, come on, man, you jumped in that guy lane.
Yeah, everybody doing it.
And so now it ain't fun. You know, you took what made it special.
It's more of a routine thing now. It's like every song you hear, you're not just looking to hear a good sound. You looking to expect the auto tune on that motherfucker. If auto tune ain't on the song, you're gonna look at it like,
what happened?
Right.
I can't get nobody to sing, or you ain't got Breezy on it.
Right. Did you just do this shit in one take?
Because Chris Brown is the new T-Pain. He put out a hit album, and then next thing you know, he on 12 sings.
Look, CB he's more than just a new T-Pain. Like,
no, I don't mean it like that. I'm saying he's called to do everybody hooks on top of his LPs being fire. Because his LPs be fire. I'm not gonna get off into that with you. His LPs be fire. I'm not saying that.
When I get that chance, I'm telling you, I'm going.
My daughter would kill me if she heard me say that Breezy wasn't a man. That's my guy. I done rocked with him for like 6 albums straight. Don't do that. Don't do that.
You got to.
Don't do that. I'm just all I'm saying is they be calling Breezy for a stimulus check. It's like if I need a hit, you call Breezy or Trey Songz.
Yes, sir. You better.
And if your money real good, you call all 3 of them and they'll bring Tank for free. That's
right. If you on the R&B tip, if you on the other tip, you gonna just drop Dreams. Man. It's a couple joints out there, but you know,
man, that guy's hot. I ain't even getting, look. I told you we ain't getting off into that. So let me ask you this. I got 2 more questions. I'll let you up out of here. Okay, so my next question is this: what's new on the agenda? Where is the new music coming? When is we getting the LP? Give us some info, please.
Well, the new joint I'm working on is actually Never Doubt the Unexpected.
Okay.
Never Doubt the Unexpected. And I'm only dropping that because actually, shit.
Is that a single or that's a whole project?
That's the whole joint. That's the whole project. You know what I mean?
How many songs?
Shit, we shooting for 15, but I got 12 now, but I want to make the last 3 something epic. So
okay.
I've been taking my time with that shit, and especially based on what we've been going through as a people, you know, with everything going on, the pandemic shit, all this extra dumb shit. It's all dumb shit, for real, but
You got to speak about it.
You got to speak. I got to.
Okay, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you.
But I got to make it right. I got to be, I got to hit everybody on the right tempo because,
You want it to be perfect. I got you.
Not perfect. Everybody not just, a lot of people not receptive to the way you come off sometimes. A lot of people is only understanding in their own ways. So you got to, you got to try to reach everybody with what you say. And you got to do it the right way.
Okay, I feel you. I can't be mad at that. You trying to make it a broad thing. I get that.
Yes, sir.
We paying attention over here. We listening.
Yes, sir.
I see you.
Yes, sir.
So now my last question for the night, besides my bonus question.
All right,
my last question for the night is this. Being that you are a representative of the D, is there anybody that you want to shout out, get out of your system? You need them to know, hey, some love from your man. Man, had to make sure that you got that love. I try to do this for everybody. Oh, yeah. Now, P.E Wyse is available everywhere streaming. What does that mean, Simon? That means that you are able to get him on Spotify, on iTunes, on Google Play, wherever you looking. Listen to him. He got to let you know. Everybody know that if you're on Apple and you're on Tidal and you're on Spotify and you're on iHeartRadio, you're everywhere.
Yes, sir.
You ain't missing no gaps. One of them things you got on your phone,
shit, we gonna
check him out. You got a sample.
SoundCloud, everything. I'm on everywhere. So
now that we know where to find you,
don't pass up nothing.
Bang your music. Who you shouting out, baby?
Shit, for real. I'm gonna shout out the whole D because the city been going up. GB, everybody, we going up. Like, all my eastside niggas. Even shout out to the West. DB, motherfucking Giovanni, Vez, Peasy, shit. We going up in the city. We need cash. Everybody going up. Like the city, the movement different. GB is the whole movement right now. The trenches and speaking, speaking like for the streets is the movement right now.
Okay.
That's just, that's just the facts. Like everywhere, even if you're going through what you're going through on the upper echelon type of level, you still gonna rock what we rock with.
Okay. So, last question, bogus question of the night. You get one wish. It is for a classic automobile. Classic meaning made from 1975 back. You can have it, own it, scot free, prime condition.
Classic automobile, prime condition. If I could pick one,
you pick one.
Pick only one.
Vanna White standing in front of it right now, doing the wavy hand thing over it. Like,
why Vanna White?
Oh man, okay. Kiki Shepard.
No, we ain't even gonna go for Kiki Shepard.
You ain't gonna go for Kiki Shepard?
No.
Oh man, Kiki was my girl.
Was
what
nice,
about
though.
Rachel from Caribbean Rhythms?
Ooh, okay.
I dig in the bag, bro.
I
dig in the bag on you.
Like, okay, well look, since we gonna go with the I'm not even gonna lie. The motherfucking 69 Mero still one of my favorites. Like,
ooh, 69 Mero?
Hell yeah.
Ooh, that's pretty. That's pretty.
69 Mero done right, the right way. I've always wanted to get one. I just wanted to smoke.
Ooh, that's
out.
nasty. That's nasty.
That's big nasty. Sharp point too with it.
I'm gonna go with my car, my dream car. Oh my goodness. I would say bogus things to people to own this car.
Come on with it.
Hey man, I need that Corvette Stingray, man. I need that. Ooh, that car is so beautiful to me, man.
That's all it was about, though. Was the
man, this car was. I don't need it to do nothing else but be pretty. It's fast enough. It's fast enough, bro. I'm not trying to fly.
Touche.
I'm not trying to fly, bro. I get that. Look, I get that. Like in a burgundy candy dripped.
Touche.
Oh my goodness.
I'm smoking anything.
And man, I just want to pull up with white guts. Oh my goodness, I just want to pull up and get out, so I can watch people face melt.
Ooh,
Cause that car is so beautiful, man. It's a beautiful car, man. I ain't trying to look. I'll let somebody pull up in that Lambo. I'll let you pull up in one of them new vet boys. You can do all that. You could, bro. It could fly. I'm with you. It got spaceship parts in it.
The feeling of that motherfucker gonna be something different.
But to get in this,
like
woo, this classic stuff.
You probably gonna feel
man.
I guess how your daddy felt,
bro. Especially if I get me a classic car restorer, somebody like Chip Foose to get me a one-off.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. So what I'm gonna do now is we gonna get up out of here. This has been Shots Fired. Thank you to my guest, P.E Wyse was in the building. Song that was played earlier on the day was On the Move, available everywhere. iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, you name it, your man is there. We're going to slide out of here
YouTube,
playing
anything.
Tonight It's Going Up.
Yes, sir.
Simon Phoenix, Shots Fired. I holla.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Tonight is going up. Let's make a movie, shout it. Don't need no camera, maybe. I'm thinking forever lately. I've been on the run. Get into this money, baby. Don't be so skeptical. I'm here to let you know the night is going up. Let's make a movie, shout it. Don't need no camera, baby. I'm thinking forever lately. I've been on the run. Get into this money, baby. Don't be so skeptical. I'm here to let you know the night is going up. Yeah, loving what you loving, but I be hustling, yeah, I'm always to that money. Got you bugging like we nothing. What women I be fucking, no worries, see they nothing. You do it like no other, yeah. Slide through when I ride through, still fucking good with the lights on. Ice on, leave the heels on. Red bottom so the drip strong. Going there, we both wrong. Hip stick so the grip strong. Yeah, we can fuck on the floor, then back to the money, I'm right out the door. I just be coolin', yeah, foolin'. They get the drooling when I be moving. I just step on the shit. Don't mean no harm, the bitch. We on the way up. Yeah, they gon' hate us. My bitches stay clutch. Ride with me till they fall off. I be trippin', roll a loud. Water drippin', get a towel. Shorty with me about the clown. Runnin' up, talking miles. Tonight we making movies. Legs shaking, got her bustin' like a night is going up. Let's make a movie, shout it. Don't need no camera, baby. I'm thinking forever lately. I've been on the run. Get into this money, baby. Don't be so skeptical. I'm here to let you know the night is going up. Let's make a movie, shout it. Don't need no camera, baby. I'm thinking forever lately. I've been on the run. Get into this money, baby. Don't be so skeptical. I'm here to let you know the night is going up. You know where we taking it, to the moon. They in the way with the hate and shit. Don't know the moves, escape it, let them debate the shit. Chip accounts, whip amounts, try figure out bigger pictures, you see them, so we on different routes. Women they hate, but you pivot shift to just fake them out. Some niggas worse, so the glizzy close and it's poking out. But I'm straight to that money, Woody got me choking out. Shorty see loyal, so grateful, tied a knot. Lost after loss, she grabbed a wood while I'm spazzing out. Keep it 100 tonight, I'm trying to see what it's about. You got the spotlight, baby, bringing them cameras out. Feeling like hot sauce, girl, bringing them handles out. See like you silly, but really you know what's going down. Tonight is going up, don't be so iffy. Tonight is going up, let's make a movie, shout it. Don't need no camera, baby, I'm thinking forever lately. I've been on the run, get into this money, baby. Don't be so skeptical, I'm here to let you know the night is going up. Let's make a movie, shout it. Don't need no camera, baby, I'm thinking forever lately. I've been on the run, get into this money, baby. Don't be so skeptical, I'm here to let you know the night is going up. Oh yeah, I don't trip, baby. What's going up? What's going up tonight, baby?